We are running out of time. What are you going to do with the time you have left? I say that if you don't reposition yourself, you could miss the best time in your life, in this season of life. Because we have got to change the way we think. We have got to change the way we function. We have got to change the way we deal with issues. And the reason that you have to begin to reposition the way you think and the way you function and the way you feel is that we many times are stuck between the lines of limited thinking and limited people and limited ideas and limited philosophies. And there's something creative down inside of you saying, let there be. You need to walk into a situation where you've been locked up and tied up and tangled up and say, let there be light, let there be healing, let there be books, let there be change in this city. You have tried 4 or 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different things. Each you worked on 90 days or so and then said it doesn't work. How can you be a leader with a 90-day test? Of course it didn't work. You didn't stick to it long enough. You didn't fight hard enough. You didn't do what it took to win. And rather than to correct it and get it right, you walked away from it and tried something else. And for the last 10, 15 years of your life, you've been on the run from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, trying to make all this stuff work. Stop it. Stand still. You have to have the courage to live with the pressure and the criticism. New levels bring new devils. You have to be tough. You have to be tough to be able to stand it. It's tough for keeping your kids encouraged while you secretly worried to death yourself. It's tough for getting ready for a birthday and don't have a birthday gift. It's tough of not being able to get the light bill paid and the water bill paid. It's tough. But what do we do with these moments? Do we just have them and go back home and wait for the next one? Almost like junkies getting a fix or smokers smoking a cigarette? Are we just habitually addicted to moments without being able to take that moment and use it strategically to do something in our lives? You do not have to accept it the way it is. Somewhere down inside of you there is creativity. We've got to break out of the barriers and the limitations and get outside of the box. Something is about to happen in your life. You've got to take it one day at a time. And when you get to the end of the day, you say, I'm not finished, but I've done everything that I was supposed to do for that day, for that time, for that season. Your season is shifting. You will be able to do now in a way that you have never been able to do it before. You haven't sung your best song. You haven't preached your best sermon yet. You haven't thought your greatest thought. You haven't written down your greatest idea. You haven't dreamed your best dream. Baby, you haven't laughed your best laugh. You haven't had your greatest day yet. It's somewhere inside of you. You're a miracle looking for a place to happen. You have got all kinds of things locked up inside of you that are about to come forth for such a time as this. The time is right. The stage is set. The conditions are in order. And something awesome is about to happen in your life. Don't let anybody tell you you're too young. Don't let anybody tell you you're too old. Don't let anybody tell you you're fitted. Every day you wake up in the morning, it's a sign. The best is yet to come. This is my moment, and I am determined to live it. The mind is the battleground. The fight is in your mind. Are you ready for the next level? What are you going to do with the time you have left?
Good morning, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Join the conversation. Jojo will be right back. Honey is running a little late. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Jojo, you got a feedback. If your other phone on, just turn it on
My
off a
phone is
little
not
bit.
on. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to use this stuff. I can't figure out my password. I don't know what to do.
Hi,
I
everybody.
tried
How you
to.
doing today? I was rushing. My makeup don't look good. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Jojo, how are you? How was your week? What's going on?
It's good. My week was good. I'm grateful. Nothing to complain about. It is what it is. The children are doing wonderful. How you're doing? How you're doing? The children doing wonderful. I'm doing great. I'm grateful.
Soccer mom,
I know. I'm
basketball
trying to.
mom, football mom.
I'm trying to see if I can switch to my other stuff anyway, since I can't get mine.
So, everything's going good on my end. For some reason, I'm hearing a feedback.
Yeah, I'm not on yet. You see, it's dead. I might.
Yeah, you. I don't know what's up with you and your technology. But anybody, everybody, welcome, invite,
It's
and
me. Don't
share.
know my pass. I changed the password. I don't know why it's not working.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, mom is out of the hospital. I'm excited. I'm
That's
excited.
good.
Mom is
Happen
out
to
of the
hear that.
hospital. Jimmy is recovering from surgery. And, it's a
You got a
blessing.
lot on your plate.
Girl, you don't know. The people can say, I don't look like my trouble. I don't look like my problems. And that's a true saying. I don't look like my problem. I don't look like my trouble. But anyway, join the conversation. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever your time zone is. This is your girl Muku Oluma Agu, and this is the table talk. Today Saturday, invite your friends, share your page, and I'll turn the presentation to Jojo, and then we can start from there. Rufus Divine Cannon, check check your inbox. He said check from your in and read. Yeah, I don't know. You hearing the echo too, right, Rufus? I don't know, but nothing on here on my end. So what I'm gonna do, I will cut this off. Come back on. Hello, the echo is still there.
I'm not hearing the echo.
You are not. For me, I'm hearing the echo. Maybe it's from my end, but if
Oh
is
yeah, I
it
think I'm
better?
hearing it a little bit. It's from
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So, but let me finish. I will get off, and then we'll come back in. But anyway, welcome to our live. This is your girl Muku, and this is the table talk with Muku, Jojo, Honey Bunch, and the Irreplaceable. So, but Jojo, let me just do a prelude. Let me get out, and I will be right back, guys.
How you guys doing? We are back on this morning. We would like for you guys to be into it. That means we want you to comment. We want you to say what's on your mind. We all don't have the same thinking of things. So I might think one way and you might think another way, and that's okay. That's what we are here to educate one another, to learn from one another. We have to be, just respectful in doing it. So my girls are getting ready to come on. Muku has some echo going on in the background, so she's trying to set up right now. So when she comes, she's right back. Now
Hello,
she's back.
hello. Yes, I had to cancel it. I think it had echo on. I had to cancel. That's my boy, Rufus Devon Cannon. I don't know. A little bit is there. I don't know, but I had to go and cancel echo. So, but anyway, you guys, welcome to our live broadcast. And Honey is running a little late. She's preaching in what the country name? She's preaching in one of those Arab countries. She's running a little late, but she will be on. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be here today. And I know we have had a trending situation on hand with the lady that was beaten to death, I will say, because she was half dead before they took her to the hospital. Kudos, we have been raising funds for her funeral and all of that. It's not bad.
Where
Okay,
about
thank you.
babe? I'm just hearing this story.
Yes, I will play the video. We have been, how they call it, raising funds for her. We raised funds to put her in the hospital, and then you know what, Jojo, they will burn this country down. You will not even know. How can you not know as a public figure on social media? You did not hear about my T being beaten and accused of
I
being a
don't know.
witch.
I don't know why I
Hold
didn't
on
get
1 minute. And
gossip.
accused of being a witchcraft, beat the lady. We have been following this story
I
since
heard
almost
something like
two
that,
weeks
but I didn't see the
ago.
video.
And
So
but what I
what's
wanted to
going
say, we're able to raise funds, for her to go to the hospital. Unfortunately, she did not survive. So we're gonna be doing a live this evening. Shout out to
on?
to Thelma. Shout out to Thelma. Say I will put her information. We are raising funds for her funeral. By right, the funeral should have been done this Saturday, but because of some investigation going on, police, so we have to postpone it. We're collecting money. Anything can help. The Bible says little is much when Christ is in it. So I will pin Thelma's name. I will pin her cash app. And if you want to be a part of this, just reach out to her. Thelma says, shout out to you, my sister. So we're on live this morning with the friends, people who are taking care of her, just to get more detailed information on the whole situation. So we'll be going live this evening, raising funds in order to give her a
But
decent burial.
where
So
are we coming from?
let Jojo see this.
Where are we coming from? Even last soon she was in which. Where are we coming from now from our old days that we got to beat or stone someone till they die?
I'm
What wrong
telling
with putting
you.
her in jail until they
And
investigate it?
and they could
I
not
mean,
actually,
where
if you just listen to the situation, you will feel so terrible. But anyway, Honey Bunch is here. Honey Bunch can, greet your the audience, and then we can proceed again.
Good morning, good day, everyone. I pray you all are well. And thanks for joining. Let's get into the topics. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish up with another group, but I'm here and that's good. So yeah. So what we're talking about, the lady that got beat.
No, I just
Eh,
elaborating on it. We'll do that later. But Jojo said she
Okay.
didn't know about it. I just talking about the racing phones and stuff like that. So a
Okay.
lot of people has been following this story, and we have decided to come as a Liberian. I don't care what part of the world you live in. You have to call Tama or go on her Facebook page, and we gonna be, doing something great. Jojo, this is the situation here. I don't know if you saw it. This
wow.
woman, yes, they beat her.
She's an
She
old
tried.
lady.
Very old. The thing break my heart. I didn't even want to put this here, but because of you, I had to put it on here.
Who look at old lady like this and beat her, even if she in witch?
Man, yeah. But anyway, so that's what we're going through right
So
now. But
maybe they beat her, that's why she can't walk. She used
no,
to
she
walk before.
no, she has been crippled. Apparently, she have had what happened to her previously. Apparently, she broke her leg, and when somebody is old, you're not moving around, you get fracture. Your body get fracture, and stuff like that. So no therapy, nothing. So I think that was the situation with her. But we'll go depth into the story later on. Let's dive into our regular topic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it broke my heart.
It
It broke
spoiled
my
my heart
heart,
this
and
morning.
and
I
like I
heard that the
said.
witchcraft team on Facebook, but I did not see the video.
She's not a witchcraft. We talked to the people this morning. If you go and tell my page, the people she was living with, we spoke to them and the whole situation. So,
She
but we're
got
going.
daughters or sons or anything.
No, she got two. She had three sons. One was taking care of her. He died, and the other two abandoned her. But there's more to that story. So it broke my heart. It's a pain, to see an old woman like that. We born children to take care of us when we are old. That's why we born children for. We ain't born children to abandon us. God did not give us that responsibility, to abandon our children. But anyway, the topic here is, what will you do when you are in the situation? I know everybody's asking what kind of situation we're talking about. We got two situations here. Let me play the first one and we just glance at it. Then I will play the second one, what we're supposed to start, that we show last week Saturday. Okay,
You,
this.
and I know that you will fight for me and we'll let it work. I know, but I can't say yes right now. I'm sorry, Adine. I'm sorry. But why does it matter, like, with the timeline? Why does that matter?
Clay, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. We good? Come on, baby. Thank you.
You're so very welcome.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
If there's somebody, everybody, tell me why. Not for me, no, nothing like my mama said that it would be. Stories I have read make it look easy. My Mr. Right was always wrong. He's good until he's gone.
Excuse me. What will you do when you are left at the altar? So let's put the second one on and then we can dive into the both
My
conversation.
husband woke up one morning and told me he no longer find me attractive. This is a relationship, this is a marriage that I have built for 14 years. 14 years of love, 14 years of commitment, 14 years of dedication. But one morning, one fateful morning, my husband woke up and told me that he no longer feel the love we have together, the commitment we have shared together. I try as a woman. I run helter skelter. I read books. I change my undies. I change everything a woman can change. I am ready to give him morning, night, and evening. But all these things I have done did not bring my man that I used to know closer to me again. He told me categorically clear that he's no longer feeling my Jessica. He is no longer feeling my womanhood. He's no longer feeling that, having that feeling that he had when we started this relationship. After 4 beautiful kids, my beautiful people, as I am talking to you people, my world started to crumble. I ran to my parents. I ran to my friends. I ran to anybody that can render help and services to me. I even ran to my pastor, who told me that I should keep on praying that every strange woman that is holding my husband will leave him. I did 20 days fasting and prayer. There is no church, no prayer meeting that I have not attended in order to make the strange woman leave my husband and come back to me. Nothing worked up. Every day my husband comes back from.
Wow, this is it. This is it. I turn it over to you.
Well, which one are we discussing first?
Do both. The one for that we can start with walking at the altar or her
No,
husband don't let her Jessica, anyone.
okay, let's talk about the show. That show that the author one. First of all, he's not a good man. He didn't have to marry her, or I understand that if you don't want to do it, that's okay. But for you to allow her to get dressed, stand at the altar where everyone's sitting there, why would you disgrace someone like that? I really did not watch the show, so I don't know what was going on. Whether
Okay, I'll
she
turn it
saw
off.
the sign, there was sign, everything, and she said, because a lot of the women now do that. They see the sign, they see everything, instead of want to marry the man marry them after the wedding. Things going so bad because you think after the wedding you can change him. But for him to walk on that altar, allow her to walk on the altar and deny her on the altar, he's a bad boy. He's going to go with that curse on him. That was very wrong what he did to her. It was so belittling. It mm, honey, go on.
Honestly, I haven't watched that. Is that love? Is that what's is that series that's on TV? I still got yet to watch it, and I tried watching the first episode, and just by looking at that guy, he didn't sit right in me because It was all the red flags. Especially, I think he knew that that black girl he was talking to, he already was not attracted to her, but he misled her. You know, there are some men that are just gonna mislead you just to get that popularity. You know, just to be the talk, and I think that's what he played along, just to become the villain of
Honey,
television for his
just
woman.
1 minute. Let us not discuss the show. Let's make it look like real. It's a reality thing. If you are left at the altar, what you think the reason might be?
Well, it was a lie all along because no man is going to take you to the altar, and you know that have professed love for you, and leave you at the altar. That means he was just fool. He was just, you know, fooling around with you. He was just pulling you along in his deception. But and I'm sure she, you know, as a woman, you would see signs. You know, even before going walking down the aisle, there will be signs that you know this man is really not in love with you. Maybe he's doing it just because maybe there's a woman that say, you know what, I want to be married. I want to be married. I want to be married. You are forcing this man into marriage, or you telling him the only way you can feel loved is by him marrying you. Maybe you're not the one he wants to marry. So it's a whole lot of issues that combines into that you know it can be discussed because like I said, nobody that is in love with you 100% will leave you at the altar unless if he's found something out about you, or she has found something out about you, that he says that you know the wedding is already planned, you already have your guests, you know, and you know you gonna go, you know, you say, okay, let me just let it be known to everybody you're trying to save yourself, you know, so that people will not think of you as the bad person, you know, so you do. But either way, you're still gonna look bad. So I don't know. It's a tough one.
Anybody else coming in?
First,
Uh, it's good to be here again. Thank you so much. You got me?
Hmm.
yes.
Yeah, straight into it. The guy did not do well. Um, as a mayor, speaking as a mayor, um, I would not love to go that route. If even I have my differences with this person, I won't bring you to public ridicule in that form and manner. She would have used any means available to her to shoot him dead if she had gun or anyone in
Someone's
that field
someone's mic
had a
is
gun.
staticky. Someone's mic is sounding so bad. It's very staticky. I don't know.
Yeah. So he was very, very
Let us
wrong for
mute
doing such a
ourselves
thing.
for somebody talking. So I'm muting my.
So, like I said, the guy was very wrong, and that was not right. His decision was inhuman, and if somebody who had a weapon to shoot him down would have done it.
Yeah, you know, real life. I know it have happened in real life. We hear stuff like that. This one, I think he just wanted the show thing. He's on television and he was just doing it for that. So everyone can go be funny. Who's the boy who left the girl at the altar? He just looking for that. And later on, before we know, he probably will come up with his own show. Trust me, he'll be one of the passion or whatever. He's just looking for fame. But we're gonna put it in reality for real life for the men that have left women on the altar. Like my brother Rufus just said, my Lord just said. Anyway, even if that day he could have called her in the corner or somewhere, meet her somewhere and tell her, we can't do this. I mean, people don't understand. Nothing go unpunished. When you do something like that, that's a curse. You can be late to someone like that. That just wrong. That just I can't even put it together. I mean, how much disgrace do you want to put on someone? That you have to let her friends and family, her bridesmaids, her parents, all sitting there. You allow her to walk on the altar where you guys about to give vows before men and God. Who you think he is? Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. You know, yeah.
Well, I think there was a reason why all of that happened. If in reality, right, real life story, if a man leaves you at the altar, maybe something went wrong, or maybe the night before he saw you with somebody, like a woman meeting you, having, I think we watched a show before, having sex with her best friend the day of your wedding or the day before your wedding. What will you do? I would not marry you.
Well, you don't have to do it at the altar.
Maybe, I don't
Not
know.
only that, not only you doing it to the person, how about the people you invited? Why you wasting that time? That just disrespectful.
Mhm.
And then you walk, when you walk and sit at the altar, that means you agree to do it. You don't even have to make it there. Don't show up. Nobody say you have to, but the manner in which you did it.
I agree, but everybody handles situation differently. Everybody do things differently. So, we don't know what happened. We don't know the situation, but that is being, I don't know. I don't know how to express that, to be
I
honest.
think I
But
saw this story on TikTok, but I just saw the table talk when they were asking him why he did it. This boy was talking how he loved her. I love you so much. It was just, I'm not ready yet.
so
He
you think
never
he
saw
had he
anything
had
that she
cold
did.
feet? He had cold feet? You think he had cold feet? And was like, I don't think sometimes people make choices or decisions and you be like, okay, I think this is
No,
what I want, or
this
this is what I
all,
want to
it
do.
was just for the show.
Honey, what you think? People make decisions sometimes.
It was just for the show in
It
this
was for the
case,
show, man.
I love this other show called Love at First Sight. You dating, you don't know about each other. It's the same thing. Love is blind, right? So until you get to know each other and stuff like that, when you meet the person, well, you don't even get to see the person, and then you guys meet at the altar, and then you said this is not who I want. So like many of times that would happen when it comes to like reality TV or show based, but for a person who have fallen in love with a person, take that person down the aisle and start to leave and decide to leave that person at the aisle, they found out something that was just not going to make you a wife or husband material. So they will walk away in front of everybody. And I'm sure if that was like that's in real life, because that's real, that's TV, of course, the drama and stuff, people do things for drama. But anyway, if you were to find out those who really it happened to, they would say, look, I found out that this person was not who I thought they were. You understand what I'm saying? So then I had the right to leave them alone and not marry the person, so. And there's sometimes you marry wrong, and then after getting into the marriage, like it happened to me, after getting into the marriage, you decide like, oh my God, what kind of mistake did I make? Because the red flags were there. You miss all of the red flags, probably trying to prove a point or trying to fit in. And then once you have it done, it's like your conscience. It's like you just feel so convicted. You just living in grief and regret. Like, oh my God, what did I do? You are beating yourself up about it. So it's better it happening sometimes at the altar, because anything that is not of God, that is the consequence. That is the outcome, because you are not meant by God to be together. So that's how I'll look at it in that perspective.
Well, there is reason to everything, but let us engage our audience this morning. Everybody, Linda, so true. Lena says sometimes, let's read a comment too. Everybody, good morning. Please share the live broadcast. If you have an import and you want to bring to the table, let us know, or you can just comment, invite your friends, and we are here. Sometimes we think we can change them. Lydia says sometimes we think we can change them. Happy Saturday, everyone. Basa Mayu, happy Saturday to you. And you need to play the video again. Okay, we definitely will play the video again so you can know, because you're asking, but what happened if you married them? We don't know what happened. Can you tell us what happens if you marry them? So let's play the video for your
My
benefit.
husband woke up one morning and told me he no longer.
Look,
You, and I know that you will fight for me and we'll let it work. I know, but I can't say yes right now. sorry, Adele. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
But why does it matter, like, with the timeline? Why does that matter?
Clay, don't do that. Okay. We good? Come on, baby. Thank you.
Can you imagine asking her what does it matter?
From the beginning, he listened to what he said. He said he knows that she will fight whatever it takes to be with him. So
why should I be fighting for you? Why should I be fighting for you?
What I'm saying is he knew she's a good girl. She didn't do nothing to him. He said he's just not ready. It is all about the show. That's it. She didn't do anything to him.
And not just all about the show. I watched a similar story like this, and it happened to be on TV, where they actually met face to face, and the attraction wasn't there. Let me tell you, there would be some men, you would have the nicest of voice. You would sound so nice and pretty over the phone. And the minute they meet you, and right now as I'm talking about it, I'm laughing I tried to laugh because my husband told me that one of his friends, he was doing this whole dating thing, and the girl had the most beautiful voice, soft and small voice, like very small. And then my husband said, don't pay attention to that voice. That voice, that could be a very, I'm sorry, followers, but that could be a very big woman, and you never know. Don't be. I wish he could tell you guys that story because he's in the living room. But he said he told his friend was like, "Oh man, you love the joke, blah blah blah." He dismissed it. So he bought this lady ticket.
If he can come, let him come. This is the table talk.
Yes.
That's family talk. If he can really give us the story the way it's supposed to be,
yes, he will make y'all laugh. My
welcome.
husband is too silly.
If he can come, if
If
he
you
can
want
come.
to tell us that story for your friend that
Jeez.
was doing that
Well,
online
sometimes the people that tell the story need to come and say it. We need to hear it from their house's mouth.
You want the way to tell the story.
Because that's
oh my
when
gosh.
yeah,
My papi coming too.
Go come. My
papi coming too. My papi coming too.
You know whom?
Hey, that guy talking real quick. That the people last
I
month.
beg.
You can't talk the way you were talking.
Rufa was talking too.
I beg you.
Rufa, me, I want Coco come here. We beg you, Mr. Harris. Can't tell us the story.
He's too sleepy. It was so, I laughed that bit. I said, "Oh, baby, you that true story."
But
that's true.
But honey, that's when we talk about now coming as your real self. You see, most especially some of us. Me, I can call me before the people come. Somebody told me say they will fake it till they make it. Most especially those that come on live with all makeup. Those that go out with all weave.
Well,
those that go out with all makeup, with all weave, with all dressing. I'm not saying you can't look presentable outside there.
But
I know somebody who
your natural you. That man
I know somebody who was talking to this guy, right? They were talking, but every time this guy ready to call on video, he would say, "Oh, hold on, let me go get my 911. Put it on here, put lipstick and come." You know what I mean? You always have to be yourself. If the person wants you, they want you. You have to be yourself. So this is what we're talking about. Coming as you are, like Jale.
Muku, I just saw something. Why you got me? I'm divorced. Why you get a man name on my page? Please take on that thing.
But that was
from my page. I wanted there. I'm divorced. Don't disrespect me on this thing here.
It's not hard. Maybe that your thing. When you sharing it with your stuff, maybe
I didn't share it yet. I didn't share it.
What happened? The gadget you using, maybe you may not have used it for quite a long time.
Yeah, it will bring it because that's what happens to me. Yeah.
It brings back.
I thought I'm ready to get on that. And the thing I use every day is slow. What kind of nonsense is this? I repeat it in the name of Jesus. I repeat it in the name of Jesus. I repeat it in the name of Jesus. What kind of nonsense? No, it's like a teacher nonsense. What's this here? I can't say, oh yeah. What is
Jojo,
this?
I beg you the money, may I beg you? Oh, oh.
What is this? What trouble is this? Eh? Say,
You
God, you are
remind me,
a
you
liar.
know, I'm laughing. You remind me of myself, my dear. I now miss and sit at door. You know, as I was trying to go to that bureau, I said, me just make everything just, look good. I where I put somebody last in my passport to this day. I so pissed on myself. I said, what kind of stupid me?
I know, man. Let me teach you how.
Let me go
That
change
will
my
come and change the
passport.
whole thing. What
Lord,
kind
No,
of trouble is
Lord.
this?
that's why I tell no
I
Jojo, you
can't
can
get
go and
out.
change it. Go and change it. Go to your profile, just click
I
it.
got out. I don't know why that only stuff here, but
You
let me
can
just download my stuff.
you can change it in studio. You can just go and change it right there.
How?
Just click
Just
on
click on it. Yeah,
On
just
a
click on it.
your name,
on a
where
dot,
your
your
photo,
name,
everything. Just click to where the three dots. What the three
the
dots
three
are.
dot.
It's your border. It's called the border or something.
So where the microphone is,
There.
So should I go to setting, comment, where?
no, the three dot on your microphone on your picture. The
When you
three
hear the
dot.
three
But I
dots
when I
on your
did, they only
picture,
giving me three, it
it
giving
will
me
tell
four
you
options.
edit. It will tell you edit name and headlines.
Yeah, edit
It's
name
not
and
even giving
headline.
me.
It there. Up. The first one up say edit
It
names and
now
headline. She going she
You know what?
the one
Oh
blinking
my
at
That's
me.
god.
hilarious.
She will come back. She will come back. She will come back and change it. But anyway,
I saw I was looking at it. I said, but let me mama business because I was gonna say love Jojo, you change your name to love Sankali or whatever it was.
not picking yeah. The way she saw it young and Jojo is a mess. So we're laughing at her. But anyway, like we're saying, it happens. I know people who have walked. My mom told me a story. This woman was going to get married like today, and she went to the hotel on Broad Street. There where they got sun color where they used to take picture. There was a hotel up there, Maritime, some kind of hotel. And the girl went there and saw her husband there last Friday night. She went where the people were fixing the food like bread. She said, I'm not getting married. She told her family, I'm not getting married. I'm not going to the church. What happened to you? You crazy everybody. She said, you cancel the wedding, and I had our wedding was canceled. But you see, I would say I would say something. A lot of times to go into relationship to prove a point. To prove a point, a lot of time we Africans we do that. Liberian women, we want to prove a point that we get a man, we can have the man. We go into marriages, knowing very well this man here was black, he was cheating, or the woman here was black, he was cheating, but just to prove a point or say, "Oh, I've been with this woman for long." What people will say. I tell you, your happiness is not what people will say. Your happiness is not what people will say. It's not about children because today or tomorrow, if you fall down and die, different woman will come take care of your children. Then you will leave the children. So you have to make a decision. And then, honey was talking about sometimes you get married, be like, oh, what the hell was I thinking? Honey, I don't care. You can be with that man for 50 years.
You will
Someday you
never
just
be
sit down.
happy. You will never be
Someday,
happy.
no, some days you get married, it's the right person, but some behavior or some things they will do, you sit down, I say, what the hell was I thinking? Then I made a mistake. But then when you look again, it passed. And you're back to it. You're back honey on the rock and stuff like that. Jojo, the people laughing at you. So
Um,
now, let us go to our regular topic that we
My
had last week.
husband woke up one morning and told me he no longer find me attractive. This is a relationship, this is a marriage that I have built for 14 years. 14 years of love, 14 years of commitment, 14 years of dedication. But one morning, one fateful morning, my husband woke up and told me that he no longer feel the love we have together, the commitment we have shared together. I try as a woman. I run helter-skelter. I read books. I change my undies. I change everything a woman can change. I am ready to give him morning, night, and evening. But all these things I have done did not bring my man that I used to know closer to me again. He told me categorically clear that he's no longer feeling my Jessica. He is no longer feeling my womanhood. He's no longer feeling that, having that feeling that he had when we started this relationship. After 4 beautiful kids, my beautiful people, as I am talking to you people, my world started to crumble. I ran to my parents. I ran to my friends. I ran to anybody that can render help and services to me. I even ran to my pastor, who told me that I should keep on praying that every strange woman that is holding my husband will leave him. I did 20 this fasting and prayer, there is no church, no prayer meeting that I have not attended in order to make the strange woman leave my husband and come back to me. Nothing worked up. Every day my husband comes back from.
So what was the problem over there, guys? For me, she had to wait for her husband to tell her, say, he interested in her Jessica before she buy new owner clothes. She had to wait for her husband to say he not interested in her Jessica before she can beg, knock him continuously. We make a lot of mistakes in our marriages. Then a lot of times we blame the men. Sometimes these men, there's a reason why a man will leave his home. I know we can always say a man will be a man. We can always say a man will be cheater. But I feel sometimes in our homes, in our marriages, we are the cause of our husband leaving.
100%.
Every time when we come on this platform, we say, if you marry, do this, do that. I tell people, if my husband will have to leave me, then maybe that's something else. It will not be because I can't knock him. It will not be because I can't stay wear my jean string.
I
It will not
know.
be because I can't take care of my belly. He made me wear my tongues. I will stay wear my tongues. Even if I'm 100 years old, I will wear it. To be honest with you, I will not. I don't even sleep on underwear on, man. I can't sleep on underwear. Only when last time the more easy access.
But Muku, let me come there. I think I disagree with you. You are, let me tell you, I disagree with you.
You got right to disagree.
Because you misunderstood what she said. It's not like she was taking dirty underwear or anything. What she's trying to tell us, give me a minute, let me speak. It's not like she's telling us that she was wearing dirty underwear, whatever. She's trying to say she was trying to do other things. She probably was going there with nice wall, whatever. But maybe she said, let me change everything. And maybe this will happen. I don't think she meant that she was using all thing all the time. She tried to change all the stuff. So I think it's not like she was coming, and let's assume somebody was wearing the same panties or whatever. A real man, you can sit and talk to your woman. That is not a reason why you should just get up and leave your wife. That's more excuses you'll be giving to men. Men supposed to leave a wife because she changed her panties. You can talk to her. That's not the reason to leave your wife. That's for excuse. And
That
what I
man left
tell
that
people,
woman because there was no love anymore. Love died.
exactly. What we want to do,
Period.
that
Oh,
should open people's eyes. Some of the women that were in marriages that think that they see the men not treating them right. The
Yeah.
women even stay there. You think by you cooking and you acting stupid to him would make him to stay there. You wasting
Mm-hmm.
your time because the
Mm-hmm.
reason he's there, he just buying time.
Mm-hmm.
He waiting for that right moment.
Mm-hmm.
He's going, he will leave. Okay? So it's good for you to pray and everything. But you see the sign. Look, the Holy Spirit doesn't lie. It's there. You see that it's not going to work. You say, let me leave. You can go out and stay there all day and come out home 4 in the morning, hour and after. You wasting your time. Why you want a man to be late to you that much?
Yeah. And,
What's
and and Georgia, the science was there from day one. From the very
yeah,
first day that man said, "Hey girl, can I talk to you?" That was the first sign. Because let me tell you something. God will show you things to save yourself. If
yes,
you obey God, if you listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit, you will be saved from a lot of things. And like I said, it happened to me. I was sitting out here, everybody warning me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And you know, God can pass through people too for you, but you want proof a point, or you want to be, and you just don't listen to nobody. And then when you get in it now, you say, "Oh, if I had known," or "Oh my God, I saw the signs," but I was so blinded. So that's why it's very important, because nothing that God, and I've always said, nothing that God has for you has any pain, has any sorrow. You will have challenges, yes, because Bible tells us we are going to face, trials. Yes. But does that mean God is not going to be there with you to carry you and your spouse along the way? He will definitely be there, especially once you have found that bond with God. But if you're doing it on your own way, you feel like, okay, this man meets my criteria. Some women have a checklist. Yeah, he's got the six pack. Oh, he's tall and dark and handsome. Oh, yes, so he got the package. All of that. You are looking at the external. You are looking at the flesh. What about the internal? What about the internal? And that's where, as women, we miss out on, because we are looking at that man physique, the appearance, and feel like, oh, this could be my husband. But we are not trying to seek men that will say, oh, you know what, let's wait until, and I know for Muku, she will say, no, I want to test the water, I want to taste the water first.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
But at the end of the day, a man that fears God will love you whether you test the water or not. That's your husband. That's your husband. Period.
So why you say no Muku, she will say she wanna taste the
Because
water.
because you have
Rufus,
said it so many times.
Rufus, please say your own thing because I'm coming back to Jojo. Please say your, so I can address Jojo. Whole conversation here is
I'm
so
waiting for
gentle.
you.
No, actually, that guy, he must have placed himself in a position where he got confused. That's why we always say to people, your attitude will always to the office of your character. That one of the things that we don't follow up on, the attitude of people, we overlook it. So at the end of the day, that attitude brings out the real person. And like you have a kid, the child will look at the mom and slap the mom face. Oh, the boy, something. The next time they go out, he slap her in the eye. Oh,
Yeah.
that small boy. So it's developing. That character is already there now. The attitude that he exhibited from home is outside in the open now. So he have passed through the office of his character. So that guy, he may have gave her a warning sign. She overlooked it. There were things that she did that he showed no interest in. She overlooked it. So when it reached the peak down that he could no longer harbor those kind of things around him, he decided to let go of her. So, but the former manner to which there are times in which you look at one side of the coin. There's something called karma. People do things and forget to know that they have wronged others. So the time they find themselves that they have arrived is when their ugly deeds show off to them and they get the benefit of the doubt. So there's no sin that goes unpunished, like the Bible will say. So she may have done something in the past, or maybe the way she got the man, maybe she got him by hope or crook. So at the end of the day, she felt that she was owing to it, reaching to the point where the man he was after something. He was not ready into her. He was after something, and I think it's no longer there. So he gave him his exit. So that's my own thought about that.
It's okay.
So this was what I was quoting her, Jojo. If we replay the video, she said that she changed her aunties. She did everything and even were ready to give her husband the way he wanted it. So this is where I'm coming from, though. All right, Jojo, let's say you a woman. You have your clothes. You got things in the house. You take care of yourself. You want to tell me that every party that you go to, you have to go to the mall to buy clothes?
No.
Okay.
And everyone,
So,
I let me. Everyone,
yes.
everybody they go to the mall. So we all different.
Well, it's yeah, we're all different. But what I would tell that person, they're being wasteful. But if they can afford it, they can afford it. You understand? People will have clothes, starting or shoes to go. But my thing was, why you waited to change your undies? Why you waited to
That's what I
agree?
said.
Hold on. Why you waited to agree? Listen to me, or just listen. Why you waited to agree to be able to knock your husband every time because he felt he was not interested? He said he's not interested in you. She said, "Oh, I was ready to take care of myself." Why didn't you take care of yourself before then? Jojo, let me tell you something. Women, if we go one a man want us and we start to date this man, let's face reality here now. We taking care of ourselves. We putting ourselves together. As soon as we get married, that when we start wearing hold on, honey, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, honey, if you want to talk. As soon as we get married, that's when we feel so comfortable. We start to wear our granny gear panty or night panty. Then we start to tie lapa in the house. We start to wear our granny dress. But when this man was dating you and you were not married, your
You're sexy.
PJs, your PJs were your booty shorts. You had a booty shorts PJ that was to doing your type here. You are not sleeping with underwear unless it's that time of the month. So after they may not get married to you, you comfortable now. Then you say, yes, I sit down. You can't do that. Or one child can, or then you sit down and say, I got my child to take care. Oh, I already married to this man. Sometimes these things kill the man attraction to you. Let me be honest, you have to be attractive to your husband at all times. People can say, you have to date your husband have to date you. Meaning, the thing you used to do, the date you used to go on
Keep
before you
doing
got
it.
married, you keep doing it. The conversation you used to have, you keep doing it. Okay, she said she did all she could. She went to the pastor. You see some of the thing, eh? One I say, I don't like to go to my pastor and too much when it comes to these things because they will always be biased. Some of the pastor, because my brother called me the other day, he played to Mayflower with me because you're a pastor. Some of the pastor, you see, my pastor say I should pray. I pray for 21 days. While the pastor did not tell her, you and your husband, you'll come, you need counseling, or you'll go to counseling and you'll see what we can do. That's why you see when I say Liberian pastor, then they can always tell a woman to take 21 days to fast and pray, but they
Yeah.
can never tell the
Muku,
men,
did you
hey,
listen to
pray
the
for
one
your
thing you
wife.
talking?
Let me play it, y'all. Hold on. Let me play
Yeah,
it for you again.
thank you.
My husband woke up one morning and told me he no longer find me attractive. This is a relationship. This is a marriage that I have built for 14 years. 14 years of love, 14 years of commitment, 14 years of dedication. But one morning, one fateful morning, my husband woke up and told me that he no longer feel the...
Let me interrupt right there just for a minute. She said, my husband woke up one morning and told me he's not interested, he's not attracted to me anymore. You listening to me? She
Yeah.
said that a relationship that she have built for 13 years. Now we have
Now
built
we
for 13
key
years.
point,
Key
key
points.
note.
What are the key
Yeah.
points? I put in the bike.
Okay.
My husband woke up one morning and told me he no longer find me attractive. This is a relationship. This is a marriage that I have built for 14 years. 14 years of love, 14 years of commitment, 14 years of dedication. But one morning, one fateful morning, my husband woke up and told me that he no longer feel the love we have together, the commitment we have shared together. I try as a woman. I run helter-skelter. I read books. I change my undies. I change everything a woman can change. I am ready to give him morning, night, and evening. But all these things I have done did not bring my man that I used to know closer to me again. He told me categorically clear that he's no longer feeling my Jessica. He is no longer feeling my womanhood. He's no longer feeling that, having that feeling that he had when we started this relationship. After 4 beautiful kids, my beautiful people, as I am talking to you people, my world started to crumble. I ran to my parents. I ran to my friends. I ran to anybody that can render help and services to me. I even ran to my pastor, who told me that I should keep on praying that every strange woman that is holding my husband will leave him. I did 20 days fasting and prayer. There is no church, no prayer meeting that I have not attended in order to make the strange woman leave my husband and come back to me. Nothing worked up. Every day my husband comes back from...
So this is it now. Why you think that some woman get your husband all of a sudden? Why will you say, oh, I have to go to church to pray, I have to do this? First of all, if my husband come and say you are not attracted to me, that's a key point right there. You were attracted to me before. So baby, why is it now you're not attracted to me? So the man can explain. But once the man told her she went had to scatter, start looking for help outside.
Oh my God, Muku, you are you miss. Continue. I look at the video different than the way you look at it.
But I look at
Okay,
it a different way too. Everybody got to look at it a different way. Comment,
yeah.
audience, y'all comment what y'all think.
When
Am
you
I
listen to
wrong
the
or
lady,
JoJo is wrong?
when you listen to the lady, she said she ran to everybody. her parents, whatever. That meaning, when you look at a relationship, you can tell from the beginning of what she said, it was her, what it was only she alone in this marriage. She didn't say we went to the pastor. She didn't say we went to our family. Nobody know why they
But
were
that's
even in
why
the
I
But
said,
relationship.
Jojo,
Jojo,
why she had
that's
to
the
wait for that
warning
time.
sign right
But
there.
let me
Exactly.
finish.
That's
Let
the
me
warning
land.
sign right there. She said, I kept this marriage going.
Yeah,
And you know,
yeah.
that's our tradition as Africans to say, oh, that the woman that keeps the marriage. But it is not, it should never be the woman that keeps the marriage. It should be that man. Because when you read the Bible, as God says, love your wife as yourself, and as Christ loved the church. Now, if that man does not love that woman, that means he is not happy with himself.
Let me
But we have to look at this from both ways. It's
let me
not
land.
always about we women,
Let me
but
land.
maybe
When I
that
was
man.
getting to when I was getting to, you didn't let me get there.
Okay.
And that's the same thing we were saying that
Mm-hmm.
some women think they can change people.
Kitchish.
The man wasn't in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
He was
From
with
day
her, he was
one.
buying time. It
Yeah.
got nothing to do with even she was wearing a new painting every day.
No. No.
If you listen to what she said, she
Mm-hmm.
alone was in this marriage.
Mm-hmm.
She thought she could change it. You can't change it.
No.
The time that he was there, the 14 years, he was buying time, and the time is up. She
And
was
then
coming to her friends, and she was coming to her friend. So my part to you, Muku was saying, it doesn't matter the paintings. I has nothing to do with changing. He wasn't in love with her. When a man in love with the woman, when a man truly in love with his
you
wife,
would
he,
know.
he will tell us, babe, he will even play with fun.
So
Babe,
then, so the
I
whole
will
relationship was,
again.
so the whole relationship came together from attraction. And I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
if attraction, if it's just attraction or lust, it don't last.
You don't
So my
last.
thing is, first of all, asking what attracted you from the beginning. Now you're not attracted. You got what I'm
Muku, what
saying?
kind of question is that?
No,
What
let
buying
me
that
tell
question?
let me tell you, it's nothing bad. Let me tell you, when you go to even therapy, they will tell you before you call it quits. Go and write all the bad things about that person, write all the good things
I
about
would
a
love
person.
us to come back
That would
in,
be
please.
your
I want to listen
assignment.
to my stuff.
That would be your assignment to do. And it says, if the good outweighs the bad, save your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Work on it, because then you will have something good to say about your husband or your spouse or whoever. But it was you we cannot even sit here and speculate that, oh, this relationship was founded on love or was not founded on love. Let me tell you something. Maybe that man been doing his best to tell her, babe, stop looking at one old lady in the house. Babe, how come now you're not pleased? Let me tell you, sometimes my husband come and say, but why you just always wearing lapa? I won't lie. That was fake when you say for lapa business. I laugh so hard because that man that will love you, that
Hmm?
man that honestly love you will start telling you in things like JOJO. You will think he's
Very
joking, but
Tavini.
he's serious. And as women, if we don't listen to the signs, if we don't see the signs and wonders in those things that we tell each other, communication is the key. Yeah, she has said, okay, babe, okay, instead of her getting all irate and stuff, she got said, babe, okay, come on, can we talk for maybe 10, 15 minutes? Babe, I really need to understand what you're talking about. Why aren't you attracted to me? What did I do? What did I miss? And let me tell you, if that man still have love, he is hard for that woman. You see, remember? I told you that you like to just gossip. There will be things that your partner does not like about you, and it will make him unattracted to you. And if that marriage or that relationship was not founded on love from day one, and I would say on God first, when God is not in it, trust me, there will be limits. There will come a time where that person, you will get tired of each other. You guys will look like boogeyman to each other. That man will not, he even got to go out there and cheat. He just wants his peace of mind, just to get away from the things that have made him to not be. And maybe she was the woman that always ridiculed her husband. She never had that support. She always put him down. All of those things are unattractiveness to a man. Let's be real. When you take away a man's ego, when you do not give the man the ownership and the leadership in the home, when you say I as a woman is unattractive, let's be real.
And you see the whole thing about the whole thing, we don't know the background of it. So we're just going to talk about
We will
what,
speculate. We will
yes,
speculate in
we're just
every
going to
area.
talk about, what we watch. Because honestly, we don't know rather what could we, but from what I hear her saying, she didn't say we went to our family. We went to the, it was her. She said she built this relationship for 14 years. So who knows? She was
Because there
probably
was
the one.
never love.
Yes, she probably, they got in a relationship. She probably was the one
That
financially,
pushed him.
doing everything. And he was just buying time. And within that 14 years, for her to mention a woman, that means she knows her husband got a girlfriend. He
And
moved on. And
any woman that,
let me just
yeah,
step
sorry, Joe.
aside from the woman's situation and put it to real life now. We we don't even have to base it on the story. We have to base it on stories that we even see around here. There are some women in their marriages, it's not even a marriage anymore that we know about. They dare and thinking, oh, I will just be here. They just don't want a divorce. They want to, yeah, that they stay
Yes,
married to the man.
plenty of it.
We
Hey,
see that in real life. And
plenty.
the girls are dressing the beautiful, they're doing stuff, but the men are into them. And women got to wake up. I think the way women doing, that's what making men to do this. When women
Yes.
start standing up for themselves and know their worth, men will slow down. You think men don't know the importance of a woman? Of course they do. They do. Why you have to wait until men belittle you that much? You don't know your value?
It's not about the standards, about the self-esteem. You know, there are women, they have the lowest of self-esteems, and they will take it anyhow a man give it to them. I'm sorry. There have been
Yeah.
some women that would just go and approach this
Just
man
go
because, like I
whatever
said, for the
way.
likeness of them having that man in his life, or you take that man by fire by force. Because that's
Yeah.
who you want. There are a lot of things. Those are all consequences of our actions. Let me tell you something. Because, like Rufus said, karma. Like we all know, the saying karma is a bee, right? It will hit you the hardest when you're not even expecting it. It will hit you so hard that you will not even know what to say or do. Then you will have to confess. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let me say something. I remember maybe a couple of years ago, one time, it was like a whole week, nothing. When I come from work, I do my food a day, Papi would tell me.
My poor brother.
So I said to him one day, I woke him up. No, this is reality.
Oh,
I
I
tell
know,
people,
mom.
if you give yourself, this thing is our proud. If you marry or you got a man, let's just forget about marriage either. But if you have a man that is showing your refrigerator, you naked in yourself in front of, he using it, doing whatever way he want damage it, he want knock it, he knock it like that. There's nothing should be wrong with you communicating your feelings to that man. So I was asking, I say, first thing I said to him, I say, it been one week now or nothing. I know my friend can say your friend can go for 3 weeks, talking about 1 week. Nothing. When you say what happened, oh man, nothing. Oh, then I asked her, I say, you know you marry young girl, eh? Hmm? You know you get young girl, eh? He said, oh, you power. I say, but I just kept trying to see what was going on there. I asked, are you not attracted to me no more? He said, what? He said, forget about that one. Yeah, into the second man. Brother came to come minister. You understand? Because I just that word, not attracted. You
Look at Rufus.
you get all that you could.
Big, I swear,
If
Muku.
your husband is attracted to you and he meets you, let me tell you, when you start to courtship or start to date or whatever, that man will tell you what attract him to you.
Oh yes.
Even
You got
if
to be
a man,
laughing
hold
like
on,
crazy.
if a man is attracted to you or you come together, even if that's just a selfish desire to just be with you, he will not stay with you for 13 years. That's a reason he was with you. Sometimes the love, if that love is not there and your husband
Yeah.
and wife, man, you can pray. Or when you look the way in which sometimes men can come with different intention. They can
Yeah.
come with different intention, but the way you would treat them would make them stay.
Mm-hmm.
So if that man was attracted to you, I don't want to say again before they say I let to talk BBC yet. Then you ask him because he will tell you, honey, or man will tell you what attract him
So it's
to
true.
you.
Yes, it's true. It's my husband did that every day
So
for
if you feel
yeah.
and then later on, if he comes and tell you I'm not because the first thing she said, my husband said he's not attracted to me no more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you sit and think, oh, but the man told me he was attracted to me because of this. Guess why you rebound?
Mm-hmm.
Muku, what I'm
You
saying, some people
gotta
will read
pay.
so it doesn't matter. Once a man mind out there, you can do whatever. If the man not into you, he into you. You can go up to the sky and come down, and then some men then they pretend. Lot of
Yeah.
marriages end because people come in not with their real son.
I tell
Prefer
you
your
how bad for
papi.
you.
Prefer your papi, yo.
I telling you,
Yeah.
my brother.
Some men come into the relationship not with their real self. They see the woman, they see what they want, and they go behind the woman. For example, me and my ex-husband. Okay, he know who I am. I know my worth. If he even know everyone around him knows that woman is not the woman you think don't know. I know what I want. And when he came, he showed me that that's what he wants. Then he married me. He thought he could make me to be that culture little girl. It can't work with me. You know, you don't want me to, even the way Muku sing, or the man will tell you, say, no, he didn't even want me to be on Facebook too much.
I jealous that
He
one. I was
didn't
That's
even
jealous.
so
dress when
true.
I go in
That's
the
that's
beach, I'm
that's
not
so
wear.
true.
When I
That's
wear
so true.
swimsuit, no speaking. I was like, you're hurting yourself because in me, I'm stepping. Okay? But you see, and you were playing because sometimes some men think that, you know, you got children, you will just settle for that. Oh,
Settle.
I'm married, she have 3 children, the children or little husband died. So, oh, she ain't going nowhere. I'm not the woman. The woman you marry, you're supposed to know who the woman is.
Mm-hmm.
That before you
Yes,
bring
you're
that
right.
kind of thing, and I gave you a whole lot of steps. Like you got to stop, you got to do it, you know. I respect my husband. I heard a lot of things after I married
No,
before I knew who he was. But
and like you were saying, Jojo, I'm not cutting you off,
can I
but like you
finish?
are,
Let me finish. Let me finish, Muku. So you will know who the person is. So no matter what, some men will run competition with their wives. Don't matter when she talking, people wait for her. Some men will run competition with their wives. So it don't matter what I'm trying to say. It don't matter what the woman said, whatever. But what I'm saying, women should have. They should know who they are. You should know who you are. Love yourself for you. And don't let no man belittle you. Don't let some women they dress and then when they go in the marriage, the men say, oh, you're spending too much money for your hair. Oh, we got to save, you can't do your nails. And then
Yeah. That
gradually
control.
they start going
Mm-hmm.
down. And that
Mm-hmm.
men looking at the women that do their hair, the
Mm-hmm.
women are doing stuff. So all the thing he was saying, I walk out now, put in divorce, I'm out.
Hypocrisy.
Trust me, I know my work. I know
Mm-hmm.
he's dying. All that pretending he died because he had one of the best things and he sat and lose it. So he could be crazy and
That's
pretending.
right,
So that
girl.
what I
That's
told to say,
right.
love yourself. Don't let no man. He saw you doing your hair. Why can't you do your hair?
Why can you do it? Do it even more sad. The way me and my own husband will say, "Oh,
Exactly.
dear, your hair different." I said, "Yeah, babe, I
Rufus,
gotta keep
be
you
laughing.
true."
Your sexy love talking there. That woman, that small woman, yeah. In
you
my
know,
team, I give it to me.
like you were saying, honey and Jojo, about
We gotta
people
keep it
in
real
marriages.
tight.
This woman, first of all, she saw the red flag, she saw the sign. She would
Mm-hmm.
have made a decision. Let me tell you, you can love your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband can love you. When there's a problem and you can solve it, make a decision. Sometimes it's not bad to separate. I can tell anybody. It's not bad to separate, but when you're separating, you want something. You do something that you will know, like you said, and say, let's find ourselves. This thing is not working. And we getting bitter. And we just sitting there. That's how people can die in marriages or relationship. It's good to separate. You're gonna find yourself. You sit down somewhere, then the man will say, oh, I can't afford to lose my wife because he know the value. And that woman will sit and say, mm-mm, I don't want to lose my husband, but I have to make this decision. So how can we work on this thing? Let's do this. Let's go to counseling. Let's put this on the table. And those things, and when you start to do it, the way the love can be fresh. But a lot of us sit down and crap, Popo Woody, yo. I got 3 children. I got 5 children. I got 6 children. I was married before. I 30 year old. I
Yeah.
35 year old. I
Mm-hmm.
40. Who will come behind me? But you're sitting there unhappy. And then the children that God has given you, that God has trusted in your care, you can't pay
Yeah.
attention to them
I pay
anymore.
attention. That's so true.
You can't pay attention to them anymore. And we have a lot of our sisters going through there. Other
Mm-hmm.
people who's not in your marriage will think it's okay because you're not going out there to tell your business out. And I tell
Right.
people, not all that glitter is gold.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, you don't trust nobody to carry your marital problem or even your own life problem too.
And you
And then
see,
when you don't talk or you don't say it to nobody, then they will judge
mhm,
you and think you are the problem or
exactly.
you are the cause.
And
You
everyone's
understand?
different. For me personally, I don't do separation. You either stay in there, we work it out, or we go. I don't do that in separation. A lot of the people this day, the time you split, at the time they doing start doing, I don't do separation. We should stay in the house and work it out. And I think my ex thought that we were coming to do separation. I told you, don't play with me. I don't do. Like when someone's telling you something, some people don't want to believe people. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
person, what I say is what you get. I don't
Mm-hmm.
do separation. It works for some people, which is great.
Yeah,
Me, it's not me. You know,
put
and I
it
want
down.
men that look,
Yeah.
men that listening, listen to me tomorrow. If you and I did, I don't. I'm not a person who say go move on outside of me. I'll be living here for your own place. We talk, no, I can't do it. We will stay in the house. We will go through counseling. We will do.
Yeah.
I don't do it. It's either we divorce or we stay there and work it up. I can't. I will have my men live in different place, live in different place. What is
Yeah.
that?
And
They
sometimes it becomes
still
really
will work
fighting.
together. You can't be fighting something and be separated fighting it.
No, you
That's not the
can't.
way to work. You got to
Right.
be together to do it. You will let the devil to penetrate. Other
Yeah.
women will come your way. Other men will come your way. Why separate?
Temptation.
The devil
Temptation.
is busy, especially in the
Temptation.
world we live now. Why
Yeah.
can you can't face it when you're in the same house? Why walking to it that way? You have to go apart. It's not me. It's either we work it up there or it's divorce.
Jojo,
So Rufus, what
Jojo,
you
Jojo, and look at that name there. Ready how you work something this morning.
All
I
I
never
need,
see you
man.
dance hot. Oh,
I
see
saw
that
the name. Let me tell you, I saw the name. My whole brain, I don't know. It's someone sorted. I don't know where.
please
I was
watch your
ready
water,
to
Baba.
see
And
your
look at that.
Muku.
You still got you work
I
to
was
pick up
ready
your
to
water.
see your
Eh?
Muku. Rufus here, Rufus here. I thought she did. I said, when you desperate, the whole name has scattered me up. Yeah,
one
man.
woman will make me I want pee on myself. I sit in studio here. I need to where she can't blame me. Or what? I said, what? But Rufus, why you take on this thing here with this woman thing? Let's be honest with the woman thing. Will the man come
Now,
here telling the woman he not attracted to her again?
there are a lot of things that plays in. For me, I look at things from two perspectives. I look at the physical and I look at the spiritual aspect of things. There are times in which basically we base our marriages, we base our relationships on ourselves and not putting God ahead of us.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
what happens when the going get tough is when we want to go to God.
Mm-hmm.
But that God is not just waiting for you to come when you get problem, you can't intervene. No.
No, the
You
people say
must
Jesus
walk,
on a Milan. Tell you what you want, just call him on it.
Be the
you
mayor,
must
Mukula, he told me.
you must walk along with him, making a priority. He's not a second choice. Making a priority. When we make God a priority in our relationship or whatever we have, He make us His
Priority.
priority.
Oh yes.
So maybe they started a relationship on a
Lust.
platform where about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So when you reach the place now where the love or the affection he had for her died,
Mm-hmm.
he never saw that attraction. That was when now she decided to take herself to a point to have a sober reflection.
Mm-hmm.
What did I
At the
do?
time, she know how to fast.
Mhm. Where did I go wrong? There are times in which we ourselves we don't when we are in our good times we don't ask the hard questions. When you are in good times, it's when you ask the hard questions.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, what about me that you really don't like? And
Mm-hmm.
one thing about appreciate my wife for. There are times in which when we happy, I think that we just on a silver platter and stuff like that. She bring in those hard questions. What about me that turn you off and sometimes you get angry with me? Then I say, oh, let's leave that thing. But she said, no, we need to know about this because there will
Yeah.
come a time where the both of us will have the hardest time that we will not even want to have this conversation. It's better we have the conversation in the time in which we are happy so that
Mm-hmm.
we work on ourselves.
Work.
That what we say the early preparation. In time of peace, prepare for war. And in time of war, prepare for peace. So in time of peace, that early preparation for war, so you building that resilience. So when the situation arises, you know how to tackle it. So maybe she never had that kind of time. So when the affection went away, she decided to rebrand. It was late. Now, Titi
Mistake.
just said in one of his teachings, he said, let it go. There are people who walk away from you. Let them walk. The part in your life story is over. Stop reawakening the dead when it's dead. Let it go
Hey,
and live with the memories that comes.
yeah.
Amen.
So we always reawakening the dead when it is dead.
Mhm.
When there is still life, is when you do the acupuncture, you do all this to resuscitate the person so that they
Yeah.
get back to that first love. But
Mhm.
when life is out of the person, you cannot put back that breath. It's
No.
already gone. So while you still have the life, the breath in the person, resuscitate so that that person regain that strength and go back to where you started from. So we miss out on these things. So from my own perspective, from my own understanding for her situation, she did not do herself justice. She was whining and dining while the enemies were creeping on her. You must have a
Mhm.
first. Yeah, you must prepare yourself. Early preparation use fruitful results. We don't prepare ourselves. When things are all normal, we relax. And this is when the devil don't love to see happiness.
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
you are happy,
Nothing.
is when he look for every ways and means to bring in sadness. So you
Mhm.
must be vigilant. You must have that mindset that there will come a time in which we are seated together having the conversation, laughing and joking. We won't have that time again.
Right.
So that's why you see a lot of older people you see begging on the street today. It was from their youthful ages, they did not prepare for their old age. So when your marriage is in the sweetest time, it's time you prepare for the toughest time. Because when that tough time comes, you have no idea how it's going to be like. But you have built that resilience so that you're able, within your little weak ways, to respond to that person you are in relationship with. And it helps. So that's my whole understanding about it.
And one of the things I want to say that to both men and women, we have to look at it. Sound like when you and somebody marry or you're in a relationship and you're telling your partner what you like, your like and your dislike. You know, pay key attention to that. When the person know your dislike and they want to have their way and doing the things that you don't like, that's a sign. You tell the person, oh, I don't like for us to do this. Then once the person get mad to have that way, they're doing exactly what they know you don't like. When someone truly love you, they don't do that. If I say I don't want you to slap me, when you slap me, that turn me off. When you want to get your way, don't slap me. And a lot of the women see that and they start to bring down their work. They start to belittle the assessment. Oh, say, I say, let's slap me, I'm a child, let it go. Now, what he left to do, let me tell you it. Oh, and I left for you to do this. Oh, he's sleeping all around. That what he want to know. You got to stand up for yourself. Because if you don't do it gradually, it will just be you in a relationship. The true love is your friend telling you or your partner telling you that dislike, and you respect that, not to cross the boundaries. If anything causes you to do that, you apologize and get back onto track. Because when that person told you that you agree to it, why now you want to do the things that they don't like? you know. And I wish, people will come to a relationship with their true self. A lot of the people now not coming with their self because the woman or the man marry you because of what they see, what they know. They want to get in a relationship and almost like they in with a totally different person. That's just wrong. Come with yourself. Or if you think yourself is not good, then change yourself before you get into a relationship. What my brother-in-law say?
I have listened to JoJo's side of the story, which anyone will respect. But on the other hand, when the two parties are not coming to one agreement at the point in time, it's better to separate and reflect on the past to see where they went wrong and try the best to fix it. And when they come back together, it's going to be brand new. This is my view.
And you're right, Matthew. Everyone's different. What I'm saying, I was
You
talking,
got that
speaking
right,
personally.
boo. But she understand it though. She respect that, but she just
I
saying
respect
that's
that. I just
her.
can't do it.
Yeah, she
Me,
can
I
do
will
it.
not do it. And I know a lot of people it works for them, and some people it doesn't work because sometimes when you're apart, it even split you more apart. Some people it works for them. When they split, they start to realize what they really miss or what they're missing. For me personally, I don't do separation. I don't. I was just speaking for me.
Yep. Maria, good morning, Maria. And what Maria say here? You will enjoy the relationship better when you come as you are. Transparent is the key. You're right, but you know what?
Yeah.
A lot of times I say now, not everybody go into a relationship with a selfish aim or selfish desire. Nobody go into a relationship and wanting to leave, but sometimes the communications poor and there are situations in the relationship that causes people to break up or leave. There are some people who don't have that heart, that hardened heart, like to say, "Oh, I'm gonna build myself. I mute to this to the situation in my home, or I will build myself to be a tough person, have that tough skin to go through situations." So everybody different, but nobody go into
But
a
I
relationship
disagree with
easily.
you with that, Muku, to say nobody go into a relationship. No, some people
But
know
most
that.
people,
They
most people
just get
do.
it, yeah. Some people get in there knowing that they don't want it, but
Right.
they just act it. So some people go in there knowing that they will do everything they can. They just go in there for so some people, but the people that go into it with their heart, they want it. But something might discourage them. That is true. But some people actually will go in there knowing that that's not the relationship they want to stay
Or
in.
some people goes into a relationship because of that vendetta that they have. They feel like since this woman hurt me, I'm gonna find
Yes.
another woman to hurt as bad as I was hurt, or vice versa. So people, and that's why I said a lot of people go into a relationship because of expectation. You feel like this person got what you want at the time, and after you have accumulated what you wanted from this person, then they're not good enough for you. It has happened to so many people, and it's not going to be the last. But when you allow God, and I will end on this, when you allow God to lead you, when you allow God
Yes.
to convict you of the people that are not for you, that God has not brought your way, you would save yourself. But people want to live in the flesh and just do as they please, and at the end of the day, then they come crying to God when the very same God was talking to them from the very beginning. Nope, this is not who I have for you. Wait. He's
Yeah.
coming. She's coming. Not now. Wait. Nope, we don't want to wait. We want to rush God and do it on our own. And that's why marriages are failing these days, because it's
Anything
subjected to
you
the,
do,
the
you don't put
flesh.
God. We forget about that. Anything you do, you don't put God first. It's a mess.
Oh, you
Once
know
God
that.
starts to go, you put God away from it. It's not easy. And that a lot of the time we get married, and you see now people don't go to church anymore. They will
Mm-hmm.
not be praying together. It's easy for the devil to enter. When
Mm-hmm.
you guys are praying together and you're going to church, you're doing things together. What you going out, honey?
Oh
Okay, love
no.
you.
Oh
Well,
yes,
no,
you
now
do.
you know my son.
I know I do.
When something come your way, honestly, you're able to fight the battle. But when you guys not doing things together, you go in this side, the other person go in this side, you're not doing nothing together. When something happens, it's hard to face because you're not even together. That's what the devil wants.
That's why Maria says that building a solid foundation is very important in the very beginning. And I
Yes.
agree with her. So, because once a foundation is really built, you can be able to work through it. And yeah, so,
And it's very important, that communication, that 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day, that after work, that
to prove
partners
a
checking
point.
with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, like
How
what
was
she
your
said,
day? Yeah.
some people go into it to prove a point. I have a friend that when she was back home, she dated this guy. Well, whatever happened, that relationship did not work. She dated other people before she even came to the country. When she came to the country, she settled down, everything, but it did not work. Then she started talking to this ex for way back home. The ex knew he don't want to be with her. He got that thing, oh, she went to America, now she doing what I mean. But he pretended, he said, oh, I'm an age now, this is the right time. He faked on everything until she brought him and the children. And then he was ready to walk out. Because he knew from the beginning, he didn't want to be with her. But he pretended to be with her just he know that she will bring him. You know, so people get into it knowing that they will not stay in it.
Yes, Musu, you're right about that. Some people go into it because me, I will not lie to you about in this. I went there to prove a point because he heard me. He left you when he came by. He acted like he was pretending. Me too, I pretend. I went there too. And I pay my tail and I leave him. Yes, I had to pay my tail for him to feel the pain. When he was ready, now I was not ready. Now I lie. You go into things to prove a point. Maybe I went into things where I went into it to the revenge. Yes,
And
that's what I mean. I went into.
I want to say something about proving a point. When we proving our point is in the flesh.
Okay, there you go. Emma Stiddy can two work together except they agree, man.
Yeah, proving a point is one thing. That's with the flesh and with men. With God, it's not okay. Okay. And when you prove in a point, you make the person, that means you're allowing the person to control you, because the good person you are, the nice person you are, you allow someone to change your behavior, you allow someone to change your character. They got some women in a relationship, or the men in a relationship, when the man cheat and they know the man keep cheating, they may not want to stop what they do, they themselves started going to cheat. What happened? You allow that man behavior to change your behavior. Don't allow anyone to make you to be the person you not. If you want a man and the man cheating, you don't like it, if you're better, you leave him and you go and find someone. So never, anytime you allow someone behavior, you do the same thing, that means you allow the person to control you. I don't care how you take it to be. You allow the person. Never ever change your character for someone.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're young, you change characters in between.
It still doesn't make it.
The power say when I was a child, I spoke as a child. When I became a man, I pull away childishness. That's what Corinthians says.
That's what I see. It still don't make it okay.
It don't make it okay, but everybody got a phase in their life. When you're young, you're a teenager, you're a young adult, and you become a man or a woman.
Exactly, I understand that, but I'm just speaking on the real truth. That it's not okay to do.
It's not good for a lot of us go into it to revenge me. I went into it to pay my debt. Because if I can feel the pain, I want to tell you to feel the pain. And he felt that pain. He felt it to his bones or his bone marrow. He felt it. Up to now, sometimes you can say you get you bow. I say, yeah, well, I ate it. I had left goals. But you know, Maria, we don't usually do calls here, but you can call because I know you. It's kind of early in the morning for you. You won't be able to come on live. This is the table talk. We left for people to come and have a conversation. So if you want to call, you can call my messenger or call my phone, and I will hook you up to get your view. If anyone, okay,
if someone is going into a relationship to prove a point, that means they are not looking for a relationship. Exactly. Proving a point doesn't mean I will not let no one to make me prove a point. I'm not going to do that.
So, Maria, you are live on the table talk. Everybody can hear you. You are audible. What you say?
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Y'all can hear her?
Hello, I can hear her.
Okay,
yeah. Hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just joined the video. I didn't get the topic from the very beginning. I only been on here for like the last 6 to 8 minutes. So I'm just going to talk about what I heard so far. You know, about the relationship and people going into a relationship to prove a point. So what I am going to say, if anybody going into a relationship or entering into a relationship to prove a point, that means it's not a relationship. That means the person is not ready for a relationship. Because that's not what relationship is about. So if you are just in a relationship to prove a point, or because you want money from the person, or for whatever your reasons are, that means you are not ready yet for a relationship. So, and you know, and I don't think it's even considered a relationship, because that's not what a relationship is about, or that's not what love is about. And second of all, I don't know where you guys started from. Like I said, I joined very late, but when I heard a little bit about, you know, relationship failures and how relationships not going far these days and stuff. But I feel like some of the reasons why relationships are not moving far, not only the men to blame. Some women too, they like to wear the pants in the relationship.
It's true.
We want to measure arms with the guys equally. And being in America is not like Africa. Everybody working full time, everybody paying bills. So sometimes too, they're. Good morning. How are you? Yeah. So sometimes too, the women trying to measure arm and everybody working, everybody doing everything. So sometimes the loss of respect is not there for the man, because if the man is the head of the household, like in Africa, we respect our men and give them all the respect they deserve. But in America, I feel like a lot of the women are, good morning, they are lacking that respect for the men, because, everybody's doing the same thing. Some women now wearing the pants in the family, so I think that is contributing to that as well. And I know that a lot of men have a bad reputation. I'm talking about, besides some men cheating or not doing what they are supposed to do or fulfill the household duty as a man or head of household. I just mean the women too, they are too much these days. They are doing way too much to the men. And, some of them are not humble. They are not really doing what they're supposed to do as well. So it is equally, on the same side. But that's what I want to say. And, because I didn't catch the topic from the very beginning.
Okay, we'll show the video at the end because we'll soon be leaving. It's 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for your input.
Thank you.
Very good
Appreciate
input,
you.
my dear. Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Okay. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. So, it's 11 o'clock and we decided to be on prompt here. So that brings us to the end. But just for the benefit of the people who just came,
my husband woke up one morning and told me he no longer find me attractive. This is a relationship. This is a marriage that I have built for 14 years. 14 years of love, 14 years of commitment, 14 years of dedication. But one morning, one fateful morning, my husband woke up and told me that he no longer feel the love we have together, the commitment we have shared together. I try as a woman. I run helter-skelter. I read books. I change my undies. I change everything a woman can change. I am ready to give him morning, night, and evening. But all these things I have done did not bring my man that I used to know closer to me again. He told me categorically clear that he's no longer feeling my Jessica. He is no longer feeling my womanhood. He's no longer feeling that, having that feeling that he had when we started this relationship. After 4 beautiful kids, my beautiful people, as I am talking to you people, my world started to crumble. I ran to my parents. I ran to my friends. I ran to anybody that can render help and services to me. I even ran to my pastor, who told me that I should keep on praying that every strange woman that is holding my husband will leave him. I did.
So this is what we on. Jojo, once we put a video, everybody can go mute. Once the video is there, everybody go mute.
No, the video was not playing. I was not seeing the video. It was not playing. That was it. Because it was saying we were not hearing what she said in the middle.
Did you guys heard it?
From the beginning?
You have to unmute it. It will say unmute, and you have to unmute for yourself.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it was, everybody heard it. So but anyway, that was the topic that we were on today, and stuff like that. But everybody will say thank you for joining the live broadcast today. We appreciate y'all. Let me not be biased. Like Jojo, your brother-in-law said you did cool. I'm gonna start twisting the.
I was just ready to call on you to post that part of it.
I know, right? I even allow her PIL. I would not allow her to switch the Bible.
Yeah, so thanks everybody. Don't forget to follow our page. If you have any topic, don't forget to reach out to us. We are here to build. If you're having situation and you want us to talk about it, if somebody robbing you in Liberia, somebody doing something to you in America, you paying it, you're doing business with your Liberian brother and sister, and anyone give you your come to an agreement, you want us to expose them for their roguish behavior, let us know. We'll bring them on the platform. Anything you want us to talk about, but we're not going to call Mary Joseph Ma up to say Mary Joseph Ma is sleeping with your boss man. No, y'all can settle that one. But anything to build, or womanhood, to build marriages, relationship, parenting, anything to build. That's why we're talking about on this platform. We don't shake tables, we don't break legs, but we promote and elevate and support. So this is what our platform is about. This is the table talk, and we say thank you. I am your host, your one and only Black Beauty, the CEO of GC Locks Beauty. Muku Victoria Muku Oluma Ebiose Agubamor. So this is me, and thanks so much, and I'm grateful. And I will turn it to Honey, Rufus, and Jojo, and give our closing.
Well, I want to say thanks for having me again, and for all of you who have commented, contributed, whatever. But if you are single and looking for a partner, just trust God and go to God. Let God direct your path, because we know that anything that God is in, there is no limit. There is eternal and everlasting happiness. So stop expecting from people and just go into marriages with God, and just to honor the marriage that God has ordained between a man and a woman. May you all be blessed, and thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I came across it read out and pressed to read it so that we get the understanding. It says, "Wash your thoughts, for they become words. Wash
Mhm.
your words, for they becomes action. Wash your action, for they become habits. Wash your habits, for they become your character. Wash
Amen.
your character, for it becomes your destiny.
Who you
What
are.
we
Mhm.
think, we become." So it's always a pleasure being with you people. And I told you, the more I sit on this platform, I learn new things about women, and I'm going to apply in my marriage. That's going to help those positive things. When a woman knows what a woman goes through, there are times in which, man, you may think that you have, because you have the authority, so everything about you must be, you need to kill some of those ego and allow the free flow in a marriage so that the
Mhm.
both of you build a friendship. When you have your partner as your friend, it makes it easier when you people have difficulties or situation arise. You know how to settle it. But if that person is just as you think they are, come on, you must have a friend to make a friendship. So
Mhm.
thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and we look forward to more of these conversations.
Yeah, Musu
Yeah.
Yampe Toro, we would be honored to have you on our platform. They don't matter, our sisters around the world. If you have anything to share your experience, we learn every day. We'd be more than honored to have you on our platform. Any day, anytime, just let us know, and we will definitely bring you guys. Before I close tomorrow, don't forget to tune into MTK. I'm gonna be a guest on MTK show tomorrow. Malia Kudi, she was the one I called in, and it's on Sunday. It's called The Issues, and we're going to be talking about being your real self, like makeup, filter, fashion, natural beauties, and things like that. Things natural beauty, if that's something of the past or present and stuff like that. And secondly, Honey would be away for 2 weekends. She's traveling, right, Honey? You are right. Three, oh God, honey going for a whole 3 weeks. So honey would be away for 3 weeks. And Dr. Pauletta said, Paulina, Dr. Cole sent us, every one of us, books. The women on the platform here, she sent us 3 books, and she
Okay.
personalized our names in this book. And she's amazing. We got to read this book, but for some reason we're not going to do her interview till honey gets back. She's waiting to come on, Dr. Pauletta. She's waiting to come on, and the book title is Are You in Denial? A lot of times
Mm.
we'll be in denial. So Jojo, I promise to mail yours. I'm sorry, honey bunch. Make sure you get
I'm
yours
gonna pick
so you can
mine.
so you can read it on the plane.
Okay.
The plane, that's a long flight they're
I'm
going.
telling
So
you,
how long you been out of there, honey?
since 1993.
You can imagine honey just going back to the mother's land,
Mm.
y'all.
Mm.
Honey's going
Mm.
back. She will be there for 3 weeks,
Oh,
and we wish
yeah.
you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome
Make
to
sure
our
you
heat.
make sure you call Rufus. Make sure you see Rufus.
Well,
Make
I will
sure.
go reverse.
Make sure you see Rufus. Rufus, yeah. make sure you see Rufus. You know, Rufus will come to you. Don't worry, he will come to you. Rufus, I know I will have to talk to my sister-in-law because I'm my sister-in-law there. And that woman there, that woman, that woman low in my face. She told me, she said, I told Rufus, I'm not bringing your Jesse. Rufa, she said, because he tell me, I told you I was not doing it. I said, that's my girl, because that's how I will act. I will do the same thing, communication pace, Rufus. It don't matter.
You gotta
You
tell your
have
partner.
to communicate, and most especially that woman, you communicate. Oh, forget it. Yeah. So, so thanks everybody for having us. Don't forget, you know, to drop your story or topic if you want. So you guys have a blessing. Free for day, Jojo. You finished? You won't say anything? Oh.
Did I finish talk? You going to cut your friend and I take the whole thing.
Papa, listen, I said me.
You have a blessed day and thanks for coming on.
So guys, thank you.
Jojo, one advice before you get on the platform, make sure you check your hairline.
My wife,
the hair.
The knee will come back again. That knee will come back.
Let me tell you something.
Come back there.
First food and our food, the second food. That devil that tried me. I need it for you. I'm going to rebuke that devil. Because the devil, honey, don't start the tea again when I forget about it. That is not happening again. Next time, at the first place I will look up before I get on life. The first thing. Jesus. I beg you, come and let her pick it passing around. Oh, she am a nation. Please.
I'll owe me, you call him picking. So you guys have a blessed.
You know what the man is there in the mind is not there, they're still picking.
That's true. Man, you know,
everybody have a blessed weekend. We are with 10 minutes over. Bye-bye.